PC, long time coming. Replacing footage that I lost during the hack way back when. So this is just something I'm putting together that used to be there and is no longer there, so kind of replacing it. I got myself shaving the other night. Got it pretty good too. I bled. You wouldn't think a little bitty cut would bleed. Oh, I bled for 15 minutes. Got it good. All right, PC. Getting off topic again. Turn left, squirrel. PC is driving while in the off-duty status. It's kind of cut and dry. There's no other explanation for it other than it's driving while off duty for personal reasons. These ELDs, a lot of these guys, when they're home for the weekend or whatever, they want to unplug them. Don't do it. If something was to happen and you wasn't plugged in, you're not driving that truck legally. If it's registered as a commercial vehicle, it's over. You will be sued for millions and millions of dollars. Don't ever unplug your ELD if you're driving commercially. If you have a commercial vehicle, if it's tagged commercial, don't unplug it ever. If you need to drive it while you're home or off duty or something, PC. Really, you should have a second vehicle at home to drive on the weekends, but it's not necessary, but I recommend it. When I'm home, I don't drive. My wife drives. I get in the passenger seat every time. I don't drive when I'm home. I drive 11 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. I'm done. I don't drive when I go home. My wife drives. This truck sits. I even built a little special gravel spot to back it in and park it up away from the house, away from everything. So it's got its own little parking spot. But yeah, I don't drive when I'm home. And when my truck is parked at home, it doesn't move. The only time it moves, and again, you have to be on duty, is when I go to do maintenance, tires, oil change, fuel filters, maintenance items that I could take it to a shop, and I go on duty, and then I notate in the log that I'm going to get service work done on the truck, whether it's fuel or whatever I do. There's notations, and all of this stuff on PC, you should always notate what you're doing. As soon as you hit off duty in PC, put a note in. Put what you're doing, because a week from now, when you get pulled over and the driver says, or the DOT officer says, "What was you driving on PC for?" If it's not notated and you can't remember, dude, you got to make some stuff up on the spot, or just you don't remember, and he's going to put you out of duty. Notate everything you do while you're doing PC, and I'll touch on that as we go through. So can you drive on PC on your 10-hour break? Yeah, you can. Can you drive on your 34-hour break when you're at home on the weekend? Yeah. Laden or unladen, either way, loaded or unloaded, does not matter. If you've got a load on your truck and you want a PC over the weekend, I don't know why you'd want to do that. Carry your freight around with you while you're on your 34-hour break at the house, but if you want to do it, I guess you can. Drop your trailer. It takes 2 minutes to drop it and 5 minutes to hook back up. Drop your trailer if you're going to PC. Just makes things easier. Trying to park somewhere with a trailer, you all know this. It's a pain. All right, so technically there's only 6 reasons why you should ever use PC. Period. 6. That's it. 6. One is if you're parked at a truck stop or a hotel on break, and you want to go to somewhere else to get food instead of where you're parked at, or entertainment, you can PC to do that. As long as you're on your 10-hour break and you're off duty, hit PC, put a note in there. To food, to entertainment. If you want to drive down the road to go to the casino, PC. If you're on your break, you're off duty, you can drive PC legally. If you don't like the restaurant that's in the hotel or the truck stop and you want to go somewhere else, you can PC. Food and entertainment qualifies for PC, as long as you're off duty. The second one doesn't really apply to hotshot. It just doesn't. This one is driving between your terminal and your house. You're allowed to drive from your terminal to your house on PC, laden or unladen, doesn't matter. In Hotshot, you don't have a terminal. Technically, I guess you put your terminal address as your house, and then place of residence as your house, because you don't necessarily have a terminal. Mine set up, my home address is my terminal and my home address. But chances are you're not going to unload your last piece of freight and then PC to your house if you're 600 miles away. There's limits. There's none listed in the regs. There's no specific time limits or distances, but it's up to the discretion of the officer. You know what I mean? If you're 10 minutes to somewhere and 10 minutes back, he probably not gonna mess with you. You drive 600 miles on PC, he's gonna pop you, and that plays in here in a minute. So between your terminal and your house, Hotshot guys don't have a terminal technically. There's nowhere you go to every day to pick up freight, work, go back. You don't do it in Hotshot. This one's kind of a three-part deal, the second one. So the first one is between terminal and the residence. The second part of that is between a trailer drop lot and the residence. Now this may apply to some Hotshot guys because they might not be able to park their trailer at their house when they go home for their 34. I got a gnat or something in here. So they may have a drop lot where they take their trailer and leave it when they're home, when they're off duty. Mac, one of the other Hotshot YouTubers, he parks his at a drop lot, a yard, a storage facility where he parks his trailer when he's off duty. Once you drop that trailer and you go off duty, you can PC the house. If you're 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away, you can PC from that drop lot to your house, and from your house back to that drop lot. But some of us, I'd take my trailer home. I technically live out in the country by the lake, so I've got an acre to put my stuff on, so I've got plenty of room. So I don't use a drop lot. And then the other part of this is it's mainly for construction. It's driving between work sites and a residence. So like if you work for a construction company and you're out doing a job somewhere that's 40 miles away, when you're done for the day, you're on a ELD because you're driving a commercial vehicle for work purposes. You can PC from that job site back to your house. Again, if it's reasonable. If it's 800 miles, you can't do it. 30, 40 miles you might be able to get away with. This is discretion is left up to the officer that's making the stop. And after you're done using that PC, you should really get 10 hours of off-duty time. As soon as you hit off-duty and you're done PCing for the day, you should really get a 10-hour break from there forward, just so that it looks better on paper to an officer when they pull you over. Just to be on the safe side, I mean, I wouldn't mess with it too much. Yeah, it's probably best. I would do 10 hours of solid, straight 10 hours off duty when you're done. The third one is driving after being loaded or unloaded. If you're at a shipper or a receiver, this will apply to some of you, but not all of you. This one's kind of mainly just for the big trucks that, they load up a 53 footer. They've got an 8 o'clock appointment and they don't get to you till 11, 12, 1 a.m. to load you. You run out of time at that shipper, whether you're getting loaded or unloaded. If you run out of time sitting there, then you can use PC to go the first and safe, reasonable place to park. First. And again, it doesn't matter if you're loaded, laden or unladen. Doesn't matter. The first available parking. You can't leave a shipper or a receiver and PC to the house. You can't do that. You can drive to the first available safe haven to park after being loaded or unloaded and you run out of time at the shipper or receiver. So you drive 5 miles down the road to the Loves, and the lot's full. There's nowhere to park. Take some pictures, take some video, make a note in your logs that the parking lot's full, and you're going to proceed to the next one down the road. Next, not 50 miles down the road, to the next truck stop or safe haven. That might be a rest area. Could be anything like that. All right, so you leave the first truck stop, you go to the second one, it's full. Make a note. Take pictures, take video, anything you can do to prove that you went to the next one. Take a video. The thing with video is you can talk on a video, you can't talk on a picture, and that picture can be a truck stop anywhere. But if you're taking video, that officer may or may not recognize landmarks around that truck stop. He'll know where you're at. Most of them do, some of them don't. Some of them, they're 60 miles from home and they're just cruising that area for the day or something. But take video, talk to the video while you're doing it. Hey, I'm driving through the parking lot. I'm at Love's in the west side of Amarillo. This lot is full. I'm going to continue west on I-40 to Pilot. Again, make a notation. The next one is move per safety official. So if you're parked on the shoulder, on an off ramp or an on ramp or something, and a cop come by and tells you you can't park here, you need to move, you can PC from there to the next available. Not 50 miles down the road. We've been through this. To the next available, and then the same steps. If it's full, make a notation, take pictures, video, whatever you need to do, and move to the next one. The next available safe parking. Next one doesn't apply to hot shot or big trucks at all. It's for buses, whether you have passengers in the bus or not. It doesn't really apply to us. Oh, excuse me. So we'll skip over that one. The last one is time spent moving personal property while off duty. I don't see how a big truck could use this, because you're not going to drop your trailer at the house in your Kenworth and disconnect and then move personal property with it. I don't see how you can do that. Where a hot shot, open bed, smaller trailer, if you like to razor ride, anything like that, dude, load your razor up and PC to wherever you're going to go. That one, the officer may be a little more lenient on the time you drive, because there's not a razor park just anywhere. If it's 60, 70, 80 miles from your house and you're going to a razor park and you have a razor on the back of your trailer and it's your razor, he's probably not going to be worried about it, because you're off duty, you're on your weekend time. It has to be yours. You might be able to get away with your buddy's razor if he's with you. Maybe if you borrowed it, maybe. Again, it's the discretion of the officer that's got you pulled over. Some of them are okay, some of them are not. Some of them are tough. They don't mess around, and they'll put you out of service. They'll write you a ticket for operating a commercial motor vehicle when you're not authorized to do so. Just make sure you notate everything you do. Make a notation. Notate. That way, 7 days from now, when you're pulled over on the side of the road and they start asking questions, it's on the notes. It's on the notes. You've got pictures, you've got video, you're squared away. If he writes you a ticket for using PC for one of these things, you've got all that video footage, all the notation in your logs. You've got a lot of stuff you can take to court with you to prove you were in the right. Just make sure that the notes are there and you should be okay. But that's the only 6 reasons anybody should ever use PC. Don't unplug. If you get into an accident, you're done. You'll be shut down. You're done. They don't play. They don't mess around. But if it doesn't fit with those 6 things, doesn't fit. Can't put a square peg in a round hole. If it doesn't match up to any of those 6, it's not legal. So that's kind of the gist of it. I'm sure I missed something. I'm sure somebody will comment and say, what about this? What about that? I'm sure I missed something. This is just going off what my memory is. I jotted some stuff down so I wouldn't forget on the fly. But that's the gist of the PC. Catch you guys next time. See ya.